Why not you? This question is more than just a motivational hook. It's a challenge, a spark, a demand for introspection and action. It's a mirror held up to your face, asking you to consider the power already embedded within you. The world conditions us to believe that greatness belongs to the chosen few, to those born with wealth, influence, or supernatural talent. But the truth is more radical, more liberating. Greatness is not inherited, it's activated, and it can be activated in you the moment you decide to stop disqualifying yourself from the possibilities life has placed in front of you. Too many people spend their lives waiting for someone to give them permission, waiting for better circumstances, waiting until they feel ready. But readiness is a myth, and time will not hand you the ideal moment wrapped in a bow. You already have what it takes to take the first step. The vision you carry, it's not random. The dreams that keep you up at night, they're not a mistake. They're assignments. They're blueprints. They're whispers from a future you that already knows what you're capable of if only you stop standing in your own way. You have a mind that can imagine new realities. You have a heart that can believe in better even after disappointment. You have hands that can build solutions, create change, and carve out opportunity where others see only obstacles. But none of that matters if you don't believe in your right to rise. The people who change the world aren't always the smartest, the most talented, or the most connected. They are the ones who choose to believe that change is possible through them. They don't ask for permission to start. They act. The moment you internalize that you are not an accident, everything shifts. You stop shrinking to fit into expectations that were never built for you. You stop comparing your journey to someone else's highlight reel. You stop rehearsing reasons why it won't work. And you start rehearsing what it will feel like to walk in purpose. It doesn't mean it will be easy, but it will be worth it, because every time you doubt yourself, you rob the world of the version of you that could have changed things, could have inspired someone, could have broken generational patterns, could have left a mark. People talk about purpose as if it's some mystical revelation that happens in a moment of enlightenment, but purpose is practical. It's found in your willingness to show up, to keep showing up, to fail forward, to learn on the job, to trust the process even when you don't see progress. The ones who thrive are not those who never doubt, but those who choose to act in spite of the doubt. Fear is natural, resistance is expected, but neither gets to dictate the outcome unless you let them. There is no timeline for becoming who you're meant to be. You're not too late, you're not too old, you're not too broken. Whatever happened to you did not disqualify you, it equipped you. It made you more compassionate, more resilient, more aware. You've been through what you've been through so you can help others through the same. But you can't do that if you're still rehearsing excuses instead of rewriting your narrative. You don't have to be perfect to begin. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to start. You just have to believe that the life you want isn't reserved for someone else. If you can see the possibility in your mind, then it's already within reach. What you speak to yourself becomes your reality. If you keep telling yourself you're not ready, not enough, not worthy, your actions will mirror that belief. But if you tell yourself, I am capable, I am chosen, I am the one for this assignment, your actions will begin to align with that truth. Look around. Everything great you admire was once an idea in someone's mind, a business, a movement, a song, a piece of art, a healing story. It all started with someone saying, why not me? That person was no more special than you. They simply dared to believe. They refused to let fear or logic talk them out of what they felt deep down they were meant to do. You have that same power. It's not about ego. It's about ownership. Own your gift. Own your story. Own your growth. You were not created to coast through life avoiding risk and chasing comfort. You were made to build, to rise, to stand for something. The discomfort you feel right now, that's not punishment. That's potential stretching. That's your next level calling you to evolve. That's life challenging you to stop playing small and start living intentionally. Every experience you've had, good or bad, can be fuel, if you let it. Nothing is wasted. Every lesson, every tear, every setback can serve your future if you're willing to use it. This isn't about hype. This is about truth. You've been entrusted with something. A voice, a message, a presence, a solution. And someone is waiting on what only you can bring. It's not humility to hide it, it's fear. And fear cannot lead you to freedom. You've got to stand up to the lies in your head and speak truth louder. You've got to declare with boldness, I am not backing down. I am not giving up. I am not leaving my life to chance. You've seen what settling leads to. You've felt the frustration of knowing you were made for more. So what's stopping you now? The world doesn't need another copy of someone else, it needs the full expression of you. Unapologetic, unafraid, unfiltered. You are the blueprint. You are the evidence that something different is possible. But only if you're willing to stop wondering why me and start declaring why not me. That shift is everything. That shift is the beginning of breakthrough. You possess within you an incredible power, the ability to make a decision that can transform your entire life. Every moment that passes is a choice, a chance, an opportunity. It's not about who you are right now, but who you're willing to become. You might look at others who have made it, who've built wealth, influence, strength, or peace and think they had something you didn't. But the truth is, they just decided to believe in the possibility. They took ownership of the vision they saw for themselves. And that same vision, that same power, that same path, it's available to you. There comes a time when you must look in the mirror and ask, why not me? Why not the life you've dreamed of? Why not the success you crave? Why not the transformation you know deep down you're capable of? It's not reserved for the lucky. It's not set aside for those with perfect circumstances or a flawless past. It's not about where you started, it's about where you choose to go next. What's required isn't a magic formula or some hidden secret. It's belief backed by action. The world is full of voices telling you why you can't. Maybe those voices are coming from outside, doubtful people, past failures, the noise of critics. Or maybe the loudest voice is your own, whispering fear, hesitation, and excuses. But the most important voice in your life is the one that says, you can. And that voice isn't some distant echo. It's right inside of you. You have the power to speak life into your circumstances, to redirect your course, to begin again. It starts with recognizing that you are enough as you are, right now. Not once you get the degree, or land the job, or lose the weight, or finally feel ready. That feeling of readiness never fully arrives. But action doesn't require readiness, it requires courage. And courage isn't the absence of fear. It's taking the step in spite of the fear. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need to take the first step and then the next. Growth happens in motion. Confidence is born in movement. Many people sit on the sidelines of their lives, waiting for a sign, for perfect timing, for someone else to give them permission. But the truth is, the clock is ticking. Time doesn't wait for clarity. It rewards those who act. The difference between those who achieve and those who don't isn't talent. It's not intelligence. It's commitment. It's perseverance. It's the decision to show up over and over again, even when it's hard, even when it's lonely, even when the results are slow. Success is built in the invisible places, in the grind, in the repetition, in the resilience. You can decide, right now, that your life will no longer be a product of circumstance but a product of choice. You can draw a line in the sand and say, no more waiting, no more excuses, no more shrinking to fit into places I've outgrown. Your potential is not just something you tap into once in a while, it's something you embody. Every single day, through your habits, through your attitude, through your vision. Sometimes we get stuck because we've been conditioned to believe that greatness is out of reach, that we have to be born into it, that we have to be chosen. But the truth is, you choose yourself. You rise, not because someone hands you the crown, but because you're willing to do the work that others avoid. You're willing to face rejection. You're willing to endure discomfort. You're willing to bet on yourself when nobody else does. That's power. That's freedom. And along the way, you'll face setbacks. You'll stumble. You'll question if it's all worth it. But don't you dare let a single moment of doubt define you. Don't let temporary pain convince you that you're unworthy of permanent growth. Every challenge is shaping you. Every hardship is teaching you. Every time you fall, you gain strength you didn't know you had. But only if you keep getting up. Only if you keep moving forward. You have a responsibility, not just to yourself but to the people who look up to you, the people you love, the future you want to build, to show them what's possible, to demonstrate what it looks like to live fully, not safely, to dream wildly, not cautiously, to act boldly, not hesitantly. Your life can be the evidence that change is possible, that transformation is real, that no matter your past, your pain, your failures, or your fears, the future remains unwritten, and you hold the pen. This isn't about chasing some vague idea of success defined by others. It's about aligning your actions with your truth. Asking yourself, what kind of legacy do I want to leave? What kind of person do I want to become? And then showing up each day consistently, intentionally, to become that version of yourself. You don't need a massive breakthrough. You need small, committed daily decisions. Each one becomes a brick. And those bricks form the foundation of your future. When the world tells you that you're not enough, when your past tries to haunt you, when fear comes knocking at your door, answer with action, answer with purpose, answer with fire. You were not made to live small. You were not created to stay hidden. You were born to rise, and when you start walking in that truth, you'll find that the world starts to make space for your greatness, not because it suddenly became easier, but because you became stronger. So stop asking for permission. Stop waiting for someone to choose you. Stop looking for validation from people who haven't walked your path. The only approval you need is your own. The only limit that matters is the one you choose to believe in. And when you start believing in yourself, deeply, fiercely, unapologetically, you change everything. You stop surviving and start thriving. You stop dreaming and start doing. Because the moment you believe it's possible is the moment it begins to become real. Let the world see what happens when someone refuses to settle. When someone wakes up and realizes that they are powerful beyond measure. That no obstacle is too great, no goal too high, no dream too far. The answer to, why not? You was simple. There is no reason, there never was. It was always meant to be you. All you had to do was decide. You've got the power, so why not you? You possess everything you need within you to rise to the next level. The idea that greatness belongs only to a select few is a myth that has paralyzed too many from reaching their potential. You have the mind capable of brilliance, of strategy, of learning and unlearning. You have the will that can endure seasons of hardship, obstacles, and failures. You have a heart that knows how to love, to dream, to hope beyond pain. These ingredients are not reserved for the elite. They are the raw material of every person walking this earth. And if you have them, why not use them? For too long, people have disqualified themselves before even starting. They look in the mirror and see only what they're not. Not smart enough, not talented enough, not lucky enough. But that's a lie. What's true is that the difference between the life you have and the life you want isn't some external blessing. It's the decision to act on what's already inside of you. You don't need permission. You don't need a cheerleading squad. You don't need the stars to align. What you need is the courage to say, I am enough to begin. The question isn't whether you can. The question is whether you'll dare to believe you can. Every major achievement in history started with someone who made a decision. They were told they weren't qualified. They were laughed at, doubted, ignored. But they moved anyway. They built anyway. They fought through fear and insecurity. And eventually the world had no choice but to take notice. That same choice is, in front of you every single day, shrink back into comfort or lean forward into possibility. There's a reason people who succeed often don't come from perfect backgrounds. It's not about where you start. It's about how hungry you are. Hunger turns average into exceptional. Hunger turns pain into fuel. When you want something bad enough, you'll stop making excuses. You'll stop blaming the world, your past, your upbringing. You'll realize that nobody's coming to save you, and that's the best news because it means you're in control. It's not just about personal gain. It's about becoming who you were created to be, so you can impact the world around you. You can be the one who breaks generational cycles. You can be the one who shifts the atmosphere in a room. You can be the one who inspires others to rise. But first, you must believe that your life is not random. You were placed here for a purpose. There's a lane that only you can run in. The moment you stop trying to imitate others and start embracing your uniqueness, everything changes. You don't need a perfect plan. You need to start. Start small, start messy, start afraid. But just start. The more you move, the more you learn. Clarity comes with motion. You don't wait for confidence, you build it in the doing. Every day you show up, even when it's hard, even when you feel unqualified, you're laying the bricks of your future. The version of you that can handle the success you dream about is forged in the daily grind. In silence. In sacrifice. In consistency. And don't fall for the myth of overnight success. What looks like a sudden breakthrough is often the result of years of preparation, rejection, and quiet work behind the scenes. The reason most people never reach their goals isn't because they aren't capable, it's because they quit too soon. They stop 3 feet from gold. They don't realize that failure isn't the opposite of success. It's a part of the process. Every misstep, every setback, is an invitation to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. The truth is, your excuses are robbing you of your destiny. There will always be a reason not to start, not to try, not to believe. There will always be distractions and fears and critics. But if you wait until everything is perfect, you'll be waiting forever. Perfection is a myth. Progress is real, and every step forward, no matter how small, matters. You have the ability to build a life you're proud of, a life that reflects your values, your vision, your voice. You can learn what you need to know, you can develop the skills, you can overcome the odds, you can start a business, you can heal from trauma, you can write the book, you can run the race. You can raise a family with love and purpose. You can change the narrative. The question is never if it's possible. The real question is, do you want it bad enough to do the work? Discomfort is the price of growth. If you're not willing to be uncomfortable, you're not willing to be great. Growth requires stretch. It requires endurance. It requires showing up when no one is clapping, when the results are slow, when your energy is low. But that's where the transformation happens. In the fire. Diamonds are made under pressure. So are leaders. So are world changers. What's stopping you? Is it fear? Fear is loud, but it's not accurate. Fear whispers lies about your worth, your abilities, your future. But courage isn't the absence of fear. It's moving forward in spite of it. Every time you choose courage, you weaken fear's grip on your life. Courage is a muscle, and the more you use it, the stronger it gets. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need to have the audacity to say, why not me? Why? Not be the one who goes first? Why not be the one who rises, who leads, who inspires? Why not be the one who refuses to settle, who chooses purpose over comfort, who lives with intention? You already have what it takes. You've got the strength, you've got the fire, you've got the vision, you've got the story, you've got the power. So if not you, then who? If not now, then when?